But yeah, it's like when you tell your story about your life, you can't leave nothing out. You can't leave the good out of bad. You can't. You got to tell it all. And when I tell people my story is so fucked up that a lot of people don't even believe it unless you know me. I was 16 years old and I was selling dope, and I had an auntie that was the. She was like one of them junkies that a motherfucker always. She knew every clucker in the city. So I wasn't going to school no more. But my grandmama always told me, man, anything that came out my pussy is rotten. Swear to God, my grandmama told me that. My grandmama said, because when she figured out that I was selling dope, she sit me down, and my grandmama wasn't that type of woman. She wasn't no hood woman. She was a church going woman. The police come, she ain't gonna tell the police you in the attic or nothing, but she ain't gonna commit no crimes. But she told me one day when she found out I was selling dope, she said, man, look, I always tell you respect your mamas, respect your daddies, even though they ain't shit. But if you ever get in a situation where it's dope involved with them, you're gonna either get killed or you're going to jail. And I would have. It seemed like I would have learned my lesson when I was 14 years old. I had an auntie, the same auntie. I was living in her house. Her husband was like my biological dad's best fucking friend, man. And he was like my uncle because he wasn't married to my auntie, but they was together for damn near 20 years before he died. So he was family. So one night I'm sitting in there, her house, the trap house, because he working for a motor company, and from like 9 o'clock at night to 9 in the morning, he gone. And he was one of them people that work night shift. He get off in the morning, he go buy him 3, 4 bottles of champagne and drink them motherfuckers and go to sleep. That's his sleep aid. So my auntie, she was the crackhead, so she up all night smoking dope. You know what I mean? He just in love with a crackhead. So this man had got so blind with rage, cause my auntie, she was one of them type motherfuckers that she called the dope man up to the house, go out there, get the dope, run back in the house and lock the door, and call the police on the dope man sitting in the driveway. I swear to God. I swear to God. So you think that, but I used to always keep in my mind, even though my grandmama told me, she was like, man, anything came out my pussy, they rotten, man. Anything came out my pussy, they rotten. I always had that in my fucking mind, but I never took heed to that shit. And even though I seen her do this dirt ass shit to other motherfuckers, I never imagined she would do it to me. So, my uncle, I'm thinking, the one that she's dealing with might have been married. He come home every Friday. He get paid this big ass check. He been working for a motor plant for years. He always kicked that money down for all her dope habit. He loved me living there because I'm the nephew. So, and I sell dope, so wasn't no other random motherfucker gonna come in there. She might not. He knew that she wasn't gonna have to suck no dick for no dope. He knew that he can get some dope and put it on the tab, and he gonna pay me. So one Friday morning, man, dude came home and he was drinking and he blacked out. I'm talking about. I know for a fact this man didn't mean to do what he did to me, man. This man came in the house and literally with a knife. I was laying on the couch with a blanket on my head. Man came in the motherfucking house and just started stabbing me, stabbing me, stabbing me, stabbing. Swear to God. The man cut my arm all the way open. I'm like 14 years old. I'm talking about he cut me, stabbed me, stabbed me, stabbed me. I'm trying to get up out the cover and I'm looking at him. I'm like, Uncle Danny, Uncle Danny, Uncle Danny, because I can see he's sloppy drunk. I'm like, nigga, you finna kill me. I'm a child. Nigga, you finna kill me. And he kind of snapped and ran out the house and left. So, they call the ambulance. I go to the hospital and everything. They ask me who done it. I'm like, I don't know. We in a dope house. Y'all know my auntie, the crack bitch. The police know it.